Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be reviewing from Bois 1920 Sushi Imperiale. And I am so excited to review this fragrance for you guys. This is such a fun scent. So if you'd like to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. Now first things first, this was sent to me for free in exchange for review, but this is a fragrance that has been on my radar for quite some time. First, I love sushi, and the notes in here really got me kind of excited. So first things first, this is a unisex fragrance. It's very citrus dominant. If you don't like citrus fragrances, this is not going to be for you. It's got beautiful lemon, mandarin at the top with some bergamot, I believe, in there, but you really get more of the mandarin than anything else, at least on my skin. At the base, you've got some fantastic aromatics like the spicy warm cinnamon and the spicy cooling nutmeg. And I've talked about the difference between aromatics. One smell hot, one smell cold. Cinnamon's kind of red hot, and nutmeg I've kind of find to be more of a cool smelling peppery spice. And then we have rose in there, and at the base, and we're gonna get into the vanilla, but you also have tonka and sandalwood, as well as some other little things in there that just smell delightful. I think the most important aspect of this fragrance is its juxtaposition between warm and cold, bright and comforting and sweet, spicy and woody and gourmandy. This fragrance, I can't help but smile when I wear it. When I first sprayed it, I was just like, there's a big old smile on my face. It's one of those fragrances that's just, it smells really good, but it's just, there's something about this composition that's just a delight, just so fun to wear. So it opens very citrus heavy at the top. Again, there's lemon, bergamot, mandarin in there. I like lemon and mandarin specifically in fragrances because I find that lemon is beautiful and it can be juicy, but it's not sweet. And it can be a little bit bitter, kind of pithy. And mandarin is kind of more of a juicy citrus. Sometimes it can be very pithy depending on the mandarin, but I find that the mandarin and lemon come together really beautifully with that gorgeous sparkly bergamot. And that really sets the stage for the aromatics. Now this fragrance is spicy, it's citrusy, it's warm, it's creamy. There's a lot of different things going on in this fragrance. But the first thing that you have to understand is that this is very aromatic. So if you like aromatic, spiced, peppery fragrances, I think this will be something fun to wear. Now there's anise, there's a lot of different other things going on in this fragrance, but the most important notes specifically are the cinnamon and the nutmeg. The cinnamon brings this kind of spice, this kind of prickliness to your nose, this warmth to your nose, like you bit into something that just had a little bit more pepper than it should, and it just kind of wakens up your olfactive palate, and then you could take everything else in. And that nutmeg I find to be really cool and earthy, and I think that works really well, and they pair really beautifully together. In desserts or in cooking in general, be it savory, sweet, cinnamon and nutmeg go hand in hand. And I like that the nutmeg isn't overpowering the cinnamon and the cinnamon isn't overpowering the nutmeg. Now, since there is vanilla at the base, when you get this vanilla kind of like creamy woods from the sandalwood and these really gorgeous spices, it smells delicious. But this is not a gourmand fragrance. This does not smell like a delicious thing that you eat. Rather, it smells like you probably have been baking all day, way early in the morning, and it's time to go to bed, and you still got a few little wisps of the delicious treats you were making earlier kind of sticking to your skin. There's very light remnants of kind of like a pâtissier in regards to kind of like the woods and the spices and the vanilla and the tonka, but for the most part, this is a citrus heavy scent with a beautiful, well-rounded woody and vanilla base. But I love those little touches of just spices and vanilla with citrus. Again, it just kind of plays with your nose. It's one of those kind of fragrances. I talk about this a bunch, where I will say a fragrance smells like a symphony, or it smells like a solo, or it smells like a melody and you can't pick out a specific instrument, or sometimes this is kind of like an orchestra and here's the wind and here's percussion and you kind of hear everything here and there. Where it comes together, it's very complex and there's layers and you can pick little things out. This is kind of like, you know, you go outside and the birds are screaming and the frogs are croaking and the cats are meowing. You can like hear nature around you, and it's so many different animals and it's so many different sounds, but there's something about it that's just so pleasing and pleasant. And it's a lot of different conflicting things coming together to create a really fantastic wearable experience. And that's kind of like what it is to me, is you think like lemon and cinnamon and tonka and sandalwood and anise, and it comes together so fun and brilliantly in a very wearable scent. So this isn't the fragrance that I would say is a safe blind buy, because it does have a lot of conflicting things. The cinnamon, it doesn't smell cinnamon the entire time, but it is kind of like that spassiness in your nose, which not everybody likes. This is a more expensive fragrance. I think for this size, you're looking at spending like $185. That is not a, you know, like walk in the park fragrance price. So definitely get a sample of this first if you want to try it. But out of all the fragrances from Bois 1920 that I've recently been able to try and have really enjoyed, this has been the most fun to wear and also the most wearable for just about anybody. I find that this fragrance just smells really attractive, really beautiful. It's different, it's bright, it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's warm, it's spicy, it's peppery, it's woody, it's a little bit musky. I mean, it's got a lot of different things that come together to create a really fun and interesting fragrance. It is a unisex fragrance, and what I like about this scent is there's parts of it that smell very old school. So if you like those old school, very masculine fragrances, I think you're gonna like this. But if you like fresh, lively, unisex, even kind of borderline on more feminine fragrances, I think you might enjoy this too. It is something that I think anyone can wear, and although it is a fresh, citrus heavy fragrance, because of the tonka, because of vanilla, because of these spices, I think this is a fragrance that could be worn specifically in the fall. So if you're looking for the type of fragrance that you like, fresh fragrances, you like kind of woody fragrances, peppery, balsamic, slightly balsamic scents, citrus, fresh, woodies, aromatics, all those other buzzwords that I'm throwing out there, I think that maybe not in the dead of winter, but I think that maybe in the cooler months of, say, like September to October to early November, this would be a great fragrance to wear too, because again, I think those spices and those woods and that kind of beautiful, well-rounded vanilla at the base would work really well for colder months too, especially if you enjoy more fresher fragrances. At the end of the day, I have really been enjoying this fragrance a lot. I think it's fantastic. And it's just something that every time I wear it, I have a big old smile on my face. So I definitely love it a lot. So thank you so much to So Avant-Garde for giving me this fragrance to review. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.